Welcome back and welcome to your tension release workout. Now, I know some of you might think, oh no, that's not for me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get strong. I only want to do the proper workouts. But it's a real mistake to do that. I was pretty bad at that, but you've really got to stretch out these muscles and you've really got to do some tension release exercises, particularly at a time like now when we are isolated at home. We're away from our families, there's a lot of uncertainty. Let's just take this next 10 to 12 minutes to just release that tension, relax the muscles. I do sneak in a few exercises in there too, so it's not completely relaxing, but I really hope you enjoy it. So let's lie down on our backs. Okay, and just take a few minutes to get comfortable. Okay, let's just move on from whatever we were doing before. Let's just forget what's going on right now around us and just focus on releasing tension, thanking those muscles for everything they've done for us over the past 12 days in this challenge. Okay, and we're going to start with some breathing. So put your hands on your rib cage and we're just going to breathe in, feel them expand, and then exhale. Feel them contract and use those abdominals to just push out every last bit of air. And again. And out. Okay, moving the hands to the tummy now. So inhale. And exhale. And you can feel those abdominals contracting to push that last bit of air out underneath your fingertips. Let's do one more. And out. It's going to bring in some arm circles now. So inhale up. And exhale, drop them overhead. Remember to keep that rib cage nice and knitted to the mat. Inhale. So we're not arching our back as we go over. Everything's nice and neutral and around. One more in this direction. And out. Let's go the other way, to the ears, and then back down to the hips. And again. One more. Okay, and then I want you to keep the arms to the ceiling, and we're going to just take those shoulder blades around the rib cage and up, and then bring them together at the back. So having done the challenge for the past 12 days, you should become now more aware of those scapular or shoulder blades that are sitting on the ribs and how we move them in isolation to gain strength. And bring them together, and then just one more. And back, and rest the hands down onto the mat. So we're going to go into some hip rolls, so you might want to bring your feet a little bit closer towards you. We're starting with that pelvis in nice neutral position, and we're going to tuck it towards the rib cage as you push through the heels, using the glutes and hamstrings to come up. We're in a nice long line at the top. Big inhale here, and then exhale. Sink down from the ribs, getting as much movement as you can through that spine and releasing completely at the bottom. So again, we're going to do 4 like this, just move at your own pace. Okay, making sure you're staying nice and relaxed in the chest and across the collarbone. And with each movement, try to get just a little bit more freedom in that spine. And let's just do one more like that. And coming down. Right, so this time we're going to roll up the middle going to drop one hip and then you're going to roll down that side of the spine. Get a lovely massage for that side. Come back down to the center where you're rolling up, and then drop the other hip and roll down that side. Releasing completely at the bottom. Let's do one more either side. And final one. Your low back should be feeling much looser now, having done all these hip rolls. Excellent. So we're now going to just march leg in, up, in and down. Alternate legs. Just getting a bit of movement out of those hamstrings. Let's just do 2 more on either leg. And last one. Okay, so now I want you to hug one knee into your chest. Okay, releasing that hip flexor. Let's circle the ankle. And then we're going to take that to the ceiling. And we're just going to flex and point. Flex and point. So the aim here is to get the legs straight. Okay, if that's not possible, bend it slightly and just get a stretch on your hamstrings. Good. Now bring that knee in and let's cross it over and look the other way for a cross body stretch. And keep breathing. So you should get a nice stretch to the outside of the thigh as well. And then moving back, and let's do the hamstring stretch on the other side. So let's bring that knee in first to release that hip flexor. Okay, and then straighten the leg and flex and point. So you can either have a sporting leg being straight, slight bend like me today, because my hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight, or a completely bent knee. Just work with your body. Okay, and bending that knee over as you look away. And coming back, holding onto the fronts of the shins and rolling up to a seated position. So we're coming into our spine stretch forward exercise. So you know by now, if you need to be lifted up, go on a towel or a yoga block, or just have a slight bend in the hamstrings. My feet are flexed, my legs are hip distance apart, my shoulders are lovely and relaxed. Okay, we're going to inhale, exhale, abs pull back as we're reaching beyond the toes. And rolling up, making sure my head is coming back over the spine. And up. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And up. Okay, so now I want you to take your head into your hands. So push your head back into your hands, making sure you're nice and vertical, you haven't slouched, sitting up high on those sit bones. And we're just going to rotate up for twist, twist, and back. Twist, 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 twist. Okay, if you need to have a slight bend, do that. So exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Let's do 1 more either side. And I just want you to butterfly those feet together and just round over. And breathe. And then we're going to come down onto our side. Okay, so I want you to prop up on your elbow. Okay, bottom knee is bent, top leg is long, and the top arm is long as well. Okay, we're going to bring the elbow to the knee and then really reach for 2. We're taking it slow. 3. So really feel that oblique muscle in your waist working as you bring that leg in. 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. So now we're going to bring the knee in, and then the front arm is going to come slightly forward and the leg is going to extend slightly back. So in at the centre, forward and back for 3. Oop. 4, 5, making sure you're staying lifted in that supporting elbow. 6, 7, and last one, 8. Brilliant. So let's come down onto the mat and we'll do our open book stretch. Okay, so my shins are lined up with the front of the mat and my arms are either bent, elbows bent around the ears, or straight arm, whichever you prefer. So inhale and then exhale, rotate back. And then close. Really get as much movement as you can, keeping those hips pointing nice and forward. Down. Okay, and one more. Good. And now I want you to grab that top of the ankle of the top leg and just push the hips forward, just for a stretch down the front of the thigh. Great, and let's go on to the other side. Okay, so getting set up on our elbow. Okay, so make sure the elbow's a bit wider than the shoulder, just to give you a little bit more support and making sure that you're not collapsing into that shoulder. Okay, front leg is bent, top arm is long, top leg and top arm are long, and we're going to bring them in and extend for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now we're going to come with the arm slightly forward and the leg slightly back. In. Stay lifted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Lying down for that open book stretch. Okay, shins are lined up, hips are pointing forward like headlights. Inhale and then exhale, rotate back. And then close. And close. 2 more in your own time. And last one. Good. So now grabbing hold of that top leg, or the ankle of the top leg, and just pull that towards you as you push the hips forward. Excellent. So we're just going to do a variation of side bend. So we're sitting in this position and we're just going to lift up and come down. We'll just do 4. And down. 3. And 1 more. And then spin the legs around to the other side. And let's bend over and back for 2. 3. And last one. And we're just going to finish with a nice figure 4 stretch. So rolling back down onto your back. Okay, so we're just going to just open the hips to start. So feet together, and then just let your knees open, and just open up those hips and breathe. So now crossing foot over ankle and bring the knee towards you. Breathing into that stretch, feeling the muscles relax. Okay, and then changing sides, bringing that in. Deep breathing. Release, hold on to the front of the shins, rolling up. And I really hope you enjoyed that. I think it's particularly important for everybody right now. There's not going to be anybody who's not stressed about the situation we're in. Just to come back to that, releasing the tension, relaxing the muscles, so we can work them again tomorrow when we're coming back to bring this week's exercises all together for our full body progress workout. So have a great day, stay safe, and I will see you here tomorrow.